What's up, guys? It's your boy Pete here from North Florida Smoke. Been a little bit since I've done a video. Been working on myself a little bit. As you may have noticed, face is a little thinner than it was last time. Dropped a little LBs here, and you're still doing some barbecue. So we're gonna do a little cooking here today. And today we're gonna make a Puerto Rican pernil. And this is a recipe I learned from my next door neighbor. Shout out Master Chief Noel Martinez, United States Navy. And so I'm gonna go ahead and make this today. This is kind of my shout out to the recipe that we got from his mom. And this is something that's super popular in Puerto Rico. And what I'm gonna do with it is we're gonna make some street tacos. So I'm gonna be seasoning up this pork. I'll bring you inside, show you how it's done, and then we'll go ahead and get the smoker up and running. And this is a hot and fast cook. So this is something that can be done in a lot less time than your traditional pork butt, usually, which is gonna take, 12, 14 hours. This recipe should be done in about 6 or 7. So we'll test it out, see how it does. Appreciate everybody checking us out. Make sure to like and subscribe, and hopefully we'll get back on the horse here. I had a chat with my buddy Kenneth while I was in Dallas a few weeks ago, and got me motivated again. So let's get in the kitchen and get this pork butt started up. All right, we are in the kitchen here, folks. So what we got for ingredients today is we got our pork butt. So this is a bone-in pork shoulder. We also have our adobo seasoning, some EVOO, some granulated garlic, some achiote paste and seasoning. We got some pepper, some salt, as well as some Badia seasoning and some onion powder. And with garlic, all this is gonna go together and make some deliciousness. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna mix all the dry ingredients together. I'm gonna add that oil a little at a time. And while I add that, I'm gonna make kind of a paste. So I'm gonna smash up the garlic, probably about 5 or 6 cloves of garlic. We'll see how I'm feeling. The only recipe for garlic is more, in my opinion. So we'll do some garlic separate, and then we're also gonna do all the dry ingredients together. I'll add that EVOO, make a little paste here, and then I'm gonna stab a bunch of holes in this guy, and I'm gonna go ahead and put it all together and wrap it all up and let it sit for a bit before I throw it on the smoker. So stay tuned and let's get to it. All right, so I got all our dry ingredients in here together. The heaviest base of this is gonna be the adobo, and then we're gonna wanna add in a few packets of the Sazon. And those all together are gonna give this thing a pretty yellow look to it. The reason this is North Florida Smoke and not North Florida Baking is because I don't really like measuring. I'm gonna throw in kind of all the other seasonings here, and those are all in the bowl. And I'm gonna take my olive oil and I'm gonna kind of just drizzle around the bowl a little bit. And then I'm gonna use my whisk here, and I wanna kind of just start mixing that together. And I'll give you the approximate ingredients as far as the measurements in the description. But I'll add oil a little at a time, and I wanna make a paste. And now it's kind of starting to clump together, which is what I'm looking for. And I'll bring you into the bowl and show you what it looks like when I get it how I need it. All right, so we still kind of want it crumbly, but you want kind of like a texture where if you start to push it down, it'll pat together. So I'll bring you in the bowl and show you what this looks like. So these are all my dry ingredients mixed up with some oil. And what I'm talking about is kind of when you push it down, it mats together like that. That's what we're looking for. So I don't need too much more oil. If it dries out a little bit, I can always add some more before I start adding that to my pork butt. And now I'm gonna get the garlic smashed up before I start prepping the butt. All right, so we got our pork butt here. We got about 8 cloves of garlic that have been smashed up, and then we've also got our seasoning. So what I'm gonna do with my knife here is just kind of start poking holes down into this. If I go all the way through, I don't really care, but I'm just gonna start poking holes into the pork butt, because then what I'm gonna do is use the seasoning and the garlic together to fill those holes. So I'll poke some on that side, turn her over, do the same thing down through the fat cap. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a little bit of our seasoning, just kind of like this, and then we're gonna take a little pinch of garlic. So we've got the two together, and now we're gonna stuff it down in the holes. And we're gonna just keep this moving. Do a little pinch of garlic, a little bit of seasoning, stuff it down in the holes. All right, got my pork butt all seasoned up here. I shoved all that garlic down in, and then I took about 3/4 of the remaining paste and kind of just wrapped it around the outside here. Now I'm gonna get this thing in plastic, and it's gonna sit in the fridge for about an hour until I'm ready to put it on the smoker. All right, guys, we are out here on the patio and getting the smoker going. See a little trail coming out of the top there. Got the barbecue guru doing its job. Gonna get this thing up to 375 degrees, and once it's there, we're gonna throw that pork butt on. So give it a few more minutes and we'll check back in. All right, we're out here on the patio. We got the birds a-chirping. We got the smoke a-rolling. Burp this here. Got our pork on. It's been on for probably about a half hour so far. So building up a little juice in the bottom of the pan there. Got some applewood chips down in the bottom. We're gonna let this baby roll. All right, looks like we got a little storm rolling in here, folks. I'm gonna go ahead and check this baby out. Looking good. Let's check in on our pork butt here. Been on for about 2.5 hours. Ooh. It's looking good. What's up, buddy? I'll be there in a minute. All right, keeping it rolling. All right, let's do a little pork check here. Ooh, looking good. Oh yeah. Give it a little temp here. Oh, it is almost done, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna give this probably about another 30 minutes or so, and then I'm gonna pull her off and let it rest. All right, we are done here. Perk this up. Look at that, we got the bone popping out. Awesome. Alright folks, check this out. This is the bone, popped right out of there, no problem. And this is our pernil. And I can just kind of pull it apart here. And what I'm gonna do is shred this baby up, let it sit in this juice for about a half hour, and then it's taco time.